Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the Bridge Course classes. In the last class, we were discussing about under history, different periods of history, significance of different periods, arrival and impact of the advent of Europeans to India, who were the Europeans did come to India, 1857 revolt, independence, gaining independence. After that, independent India, what were the challenges faced by the independent India? And the famous rulers, the medieval age, famous rulers, the dynasties of India. And we were discussing about in the modern period different changes in the society, social and religious reformers. They had their contributions to the society. And under political science, we were discussing about Constitution, architect of the Indian Constitution, the preamble of the Indian Constitution, the guiding principles of Indian Constitution. Today, let us discuss about some of the basic topics related to whatever the questions that I have given you for the pre-test. Parliament. Children, can you identify this image? Yes, the Parliament. Which are the two houses of the Parliament? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The central government. And here the Lok Sabha is the lower house. Rajya Sabha is the upper house. And as we all know that in the financial matter, Lok Sabha is the most powerful one. So here in this image, we can witness the ministers, they are having their meeting, their discussion, and if any of the bills they are going to pass, so all the activities are going to take place in the parliament, both the houses of the parliament. Children, can you identify this image? Yes, very good. This is the Karnataka Parliament, the Karnataka State Legislature. I hope you do have in your mind, last year we have studied about this in 9th standard, which are the two important houses of the Parliament. They are Vidhana Sabha or Legislative Assembly and Vidhana Parishad or Legislative Council. Which is the lower house? Legislative Assembly. Which is the upper house? Legislative Council. So, when we do compare the Parliament, the central legislature and the state legislature, the replica what we do see, there are two houses, lower house and the upper house, and many of the powers and the functions what we do find it is similar, but in the central legislature or the parliament we do find there the prime minister, the different can say that the different positions, the president, council of ministers, the cabinet of the prime minister, talking about, and we do call them as MPs, member of the parliament. And here in the state legislature, we do have the two houses, and here we do have the chief minister, we do have the governor, and we do have the council of ministers to assist in the functions of to have the administration of the state. So you should remember this when we do say that the central legislature and the state legislature, many of the powers and functions, what we do find similar, and here the chief minister would do play a very important role, and in the central legislature or in what we do find in the union government, the prime minister. Always the president and the governor, they were just a nominal head. Let's go to the next branches of social science, that is sociology. Children, I have given you one question in the pre-test. What do you mean by sociology and the socialization? Let's understand what is sociology. I hope you do have the answers in your mind. Sociology is the study of the development, structure, and functioning of human society. So it mainly involves around the life of human being, or we can say that man. And at the same time, just if you see this image, you can say that there are so many other things what we do find. Isn't it, children? So, what do you mean by socialization? The activity of mixing socially with other that is acceptable to the society. That's why we do call man as a social animal. Do you agree with me? Yes, of course. Man cannot live alone. He has to depend on other for one or the other reasons, for one or the other help. We have to take the help of others. So man is called as a social animal. He has to depend on others. Now let just try to understand, grab the knowledge, seeing this image. What we have studied this topic in the previous class, agents of civilization. What are the factors that contributing a man, a human being, to change himself? Or in the socialization, what are the things that what because of that he can have, or we do find the changes? It's maybe because of the factors like the agents like religion, work, mass media, school, of course, peer group, and family. So these are all the important agencies through which we do find there is different the changes what we do find, and they play a very, very important role, the development and the functioning of human beings and as a whole in the society. Now coming to geography. Last year, children, I hope you do remember, in geography we did study about our state, that is Karnataka. All the lessons relating to Karnataka, physical features of Karnataka. Try to understand that. What were the important physical features of or the physical divisions of Karnataka? North Karnataka, South Karnataka, Karavali or the coastal region, and here we do find beside close to North Karnataka, South Karnataka, close to coastal, there is Malnad region. Malnad region, we do find the Malnad region. So these are the important physical divisions or the geographical features of Karnataka. And then we did study about relating to Karnataka, natural resources, mineral resource, transport and communication, all really, and the districts, important districts of Karnataka. And at the same time, we did discuss about the significance of Karnataka, or the Karnataka, the different, what were the different developments, what we do witness in the present day scenario in Karnataka in all the spheres. Coming to economics, what do you mean by economics, children? I hope you do have answers in your mind. Economics is concerned with the household management, but in a wider sense, we do study nation, the governments, the allocation of natural resources, finances, and at the same time economics. So it's in a wider sphere, the wider sense, it has concerned about all the many of the fields. concerned with the production, distribution, consumption of goods and services. So, as a whole, we do find the finance also. How to manage, see, how to manage a house, whatever the income, the family members they do have and the expenditure. At the same time, how to govern, how to manage, how to administer the nation. That also comes under economics. In economics, we have studied about one of the very, very important topic, that is natural resources. Isn't it, children? What do you mean by natural resources? What is the importance of nature? I hope all of you do give importance to nature. Nature's beauty. Isn't it? The God-given gift. How we have to preserve that, how we have to protect that. A natural resource, this is the meaning, is something found in nature. People can use natural resources to meet their needs. So natural resources are naturally occurring substances that are considered valuable in their relatively unmodified or natural form. In one sentence, if you ask me to give the answer, I will say that nature is a God-given gift. And the resources, whatever the materials, it is naturally in abundance God-given gift. If you see here all these natural resources, isn't it? So beautiful it is, and God has given us so beautiful gift. Any part of a natural material that man can be utilized to promote the welfare may be regarded as natural resource. So any of the meaning that you can take. And at the same time, we have studied about human resource. Do you remember, children? So what do you mean by human? What is the relationship between existing natural resources of a nation, of a region, and to the human resource? Human resource are working people or the people of a nation. Now the question is, what is the manner in which the people use the existing natural resources? How do they utilize? Here we have to give importance to their skill, human resource, whether they are skilled, whether they are productive, whether they are industrious, whether they are innovative. Depending upon that criteria through which we can say that how the human resource is going to utilize the existing natural resources of a nation in the development of the nation. So that's why when we do say that the status of different nations, we are still in the developing nations, right, children? So when we do say that the nations which are developed, these are all the criteria, or these are all the factors that contributing, that is the human resource, how they do play their significant or their vital role in that. So we can say that in India still we are, yes, of course we are industrious, but if you take as a whole the survey, not all the people, all are productive, isn't it? So these are all the natural resources. Just have a glance. Wind power, forest resource, animal resource, natural gas, land resource, crude oil, air, water, precious materials, and solar energy. Having said that, we do have everything, but the question is to what extent, what is the manner in which we do use that. That is important. So depending upon that, we do find the status and the development of a nation. So I hope you have understood whatever the concepts that we have discussed today. Depending upon this, all these concepts, post-test will be given on the next class. So just go through this video once again and note down the important points and write the answer so that you can have your notes, bridge course notes, and so that you can write nicely for the coming post-test. Okay, children? I hope you have understood. Take care of yourself. Thank you.